First and foremost, thank you for choosing PFP as your preferred employer. In today's video, we are going to review the basics of working in one of our cold storage facilities. Depending on your facility, you'll be working on one of three main jobs: spacing, despacing, or unloading. The size and freight in the facility range from small to large. Let's start with the basics of unloading. Boxes should be removed in a consistent but controlled pace. Allow gravity to do most of the work. Be careful to identify a clear landing spot for each box, being mindful of the correct stacking pattern and the height. Place the boxes on the provided pallet, being sure to place it with the labels facing out. When the pallet is full to specified guidelines, remove it from the truck or wait for it to be removed by a forklift, then repeat the process. Now, let's move on to spacing. First, find the piece of cardboard identifying the first pallet. Remove it and set it off to the side. Identify the correct stacking pattern by looking at one of the pallets waiting to be spaced. Using an empty pallet as your landing spot, remove the top layer from the non-spaced pallet and place it on the empty pallet in an identical pattern. Place the spacer on top of the boxes before building the next layer. Continue this process until the entire pallet has been rebuilt with spacers between each layer. Locate the identifier you placed off to the side and place it on top of the spaced load. If done correctly, you have created a new empty pallet that can be used to space the next non-spaced pallet. Continue this process until all the pallets in the load are spaced. In some cases, you may be asked to wrap all the pallets in cellophane after the load is complete. In some locations, we also offer the same service in reverse order, where we remove the spacers rather than inserting them. And this process is known as despacing, and is the process of removing the spacers from the pallets that have already been frozen. In some cases, you may be asked to wrap each of these pallets in cellophane after the load is completed. This concludes the basics of your new position with PFP Logistics. There should now be some additional hands-on training with an experienced member of the PFP team. Thanks for making your health and training a priority, and welcome to the PFP family.